Welcome back. The video is about coronavirus. Even though this is a tech channel, it doesn't mean that I can't talk about social issue. And this is one of the most important thing we have to discuss right now. So let's get started. I'll give you $10 if you subscribe right now, and that's not actually true. I lie. But subscribe anyways and turn on the notification button. Can you look at this graph? This is the daily change in coronavirus in India. So by last year, I thought 2020 was the worst, but 2021 became the worstest, the nightmare of nightmare. Back in 2020, when Corona started, people were like really afraid of that. Whenever they go out, they get a 1 liter pack of sanitizer and they go out, and they'll just they'll dip their hands inside the sanitizer so that it's washed clean and clear. As soon as they come in, they'll go bath, and they took that seriously when the coronavirus was in China. Fine. So as soon as the corona entered in India, people started taking it in a relaxed manner. Like nowadays, people don't even wear masks. I'll show you some pictures how the election rallies that happened. They just lost the seriousness of this disease. And as you know, like government started imposing lockdowns. The first lockdown people really took seriously. Like I appreciate them that no one came out. The police were really strict, really seriously. They find the drones were used to monitor people who came out without mask. The drones were used to monitor people who didn't. They were running around drones, like looking at a drone. They just imagine that like an alien spaceship though. So whenever they look at a drone, they'll just run. That was happening last year, and that was really fun. But as 2021 started, government started to relax lockdowns because of the elections which were gonna happen on April 5th and 6th of this. Yeah, that's April. So as soon after the elections, again the state government started imposing lockdowns, as Maharashtra had the highest case in a single day. Like they had 60% of Indian coronavirus cases there, and from there the stories started getting worse, like the worst of worst. Look at this: 7 patients die allegedly due to lack of oxygen supply in Maharashtra hospital. Families protest. And first of all, let me explain why the Indian government or governments around the world started imposing lockdowns. The main reason for the lockdowns was the government came to know, the World Health Organization said the coronavirus is a pandemic, and it spreads like anything, through the air, through water, through all the mediums. Like it spreads like even if I sneeze, a person inside 1 meter radius of me, he gets corona. So that was the whole thing, and the corona started spreading as they said, as WHO said. And the government didn't had hospitals though, these many hospitals. Before corona, it was like out of 100 people, 10 people would get a disease. So the government organized these hospitals just for those 10 people. So that was the rotation for before all the years, like before 2020, starting from the first hospital in this world. So that was the system. But soon after the corona went into existence, in place of 10 people, 60 people got infectious, or they got disease at the same time. So hospital couldn't handle these many people at the same time. So government started imposing lockdown, so that there might be a pause in between, so that governments would improve their healthcare system. And when the corona gets raised, a lot of people gets corona, they'll adapt it. Like people will get to hospitals and they'll be fine. So that was all the government around the world were planning. And for our part, for India's part, we did implement corona lockdown, and we are doing it again this year. So first time, as I said before, people took it seriously because it was the first time. But soon after, our Prime Minister said we are gonna go into lockdown 2.0 around April or June. Everyone started taking it in a less serious manner. So people started worrying about their jobs were lost, people didn't have food to eat. So starvation became more serious than coronavirus. They were like, even if I get corona, I don't care, I just need food for, I need a next meal, like I need to feed my family. The businesses were shut down, so people were made unemployed. A lot of migrant workers were going back to their places. So they implemented a lockdown, and the results are shown here. Like, we didn't get a lot of cases right at this point, so the government should have built hospitals around this place, but they didn't. Because of that, now people are getting these we are getting these kinds of result. 7 patients die allegedly due to lack of oxygen supply in Maharashtra hospitals. Again, this time lockdown like restrictions, Janata curfew, schools shut. Check the state wise. All the states all around India has implemented lockdowns again, but not like last year, but they have implemented like partial lockdowns, such as Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chandigarh and Kerala. And look at this. This is what happened back a few days back at Kumbh Mela. A lot of people gathered at the same place, even though the government of Uttarakhand said like they need a negative result. Like, everyone in this crowd or anyone who is willing to come to Kumbh Mela should bring a test result that they are tested negative. So to be honest, I don't think everyone standing here have bought that test results. Okay, now I'll show you a video how it was happened. To be clear, I'm not against any religion. What I'm saying is we are at a peak of coronavirus. Like 2 lakh is not a small number, right? And we are at the second position right after United States. So India has tested 1,42,91,917 cases. Even the CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education, India's biggest education sector or biggest board, has postponed 10th students, cancelled 10th exams and postponed 12th exams. One of the biggest occasion of a student's life is 10th and 12th exams. Those has been cancelled and postponed. And even though it is fun, like they don't have to write exams, they don't have to worry about exams, they'll just pass anyways. The bitter part is we don't know who is eligible for what. When the person who did a 4-year engineering or who did study, was a topper back in school, then came to engineering, is not considering good bridges. But as we are passing everyone through this system, it will not be good for anyone. So what's your opinion on this? Even should we maintain social distance? Should the government impose lockdown again and again and again? And if this is what happening, don't worry, till 2023 or 2025 you're not gonna go to your schools, colleges or work. I'm not astrologer, but still I can guess how it's going. I think you can also guess. So leave in the comments what our government should do to get this corona under control. Leave in the comments. So that's all for today's video, and I hope you get what I was trying to say again. So do subscribe for daily videos on tech, news and social issues. So that's all. Bye.